Welcome back to 100% in-person learning, Wildcats. Today we're going to talk to you about the King Way. You'll need to be respectful, responsible, safe, and engaged. Here are some important things for you to remember now that you're back.
We want to continue 100% in-person learning. That means we will all still be wearing our masks. We will still be staggering passing period. We will still have scheduled restroom breaks each block. You are still not using your lockers. You will still need to sanitize when you enter your classroom and wash your hands frequently with soap and water. We will still be keeping our distance from each other, as much distance as possible, even if it's not 6 feet. You still need to keep your hands, feet, and objects to yourself, and you still need to stay home if you or anyone in your household is sick. The only thing that is changing is that you are coming to school 5 days per week.
Now let's talk about some classroom expectations. You'll need to be responsible by keeping all distractions away, including your phones, and, most importantly, bring that charged iPad to school every day. Remember to be respectful by respecting other people's property and space, and following directions the first time if you need to be redirected. Make sure you're being safe by using materials the correct way, keeping social distance, and keeping your hood off. In addition, you're going to need to be engaged. Sit up in your seat, be on time to class, and being ready to learn when you enter the classroom. It's important now more than ever to stay in your own space. This means you always sit in your assigned seat and you stay in your assigned area unless you are escorted by staff. If you're asked to fill out a Tahiti, take that opportunity to reflect and make a positive change in your behavior.
Hey Wildcats, today I'm going to show you where you can locate the Tahiti form in case you need to fill one out during class. The first thing you're going to do is go to our website, kingscience.ops.org, and then click on Staff. Next, you'll select your grade level. If you're in 5th grade, you'll choose the 5th grade tab, 6th grade, the 6th grade tab, and then you'll click on the www that is in your team's homework section. Then you will scroll down and you'll see the Tahiti form embedded on the web page. You will fill out this Tahiti form, and then after you're done filling it out, do not hit submit. Your teacher will come talk to you first. So remember, Wildcats, a Tahiti is not a consequence. A Tahiti is an opportunity to reflect and make a positive change in your behavior before you have a consequence.
So remember, you need to bring a charged iPad to school every single day. Your phones are off and away, but you can have them out at lunch. If you're asked to fill out a Tahiti, take that opportunity to reflect and make a positive change in your behavior. Stay in your assigned area, and most importantly, listen to your teachers. Now we're going to talk about expectations in the cafeteria. Please be responsible by always cleaning up after yourself. You should be respectful by treating cafeteria staff with respect and saying please and thank you. Always use an appropriate voice level and tone. This means you are not yelling across the cafeteria. Be safe by staying in your assigned seat. By the way, we will now be sitting 4 students per table, and as before, you will always be expected to sit in the same spot in the cafeteria for contact tracing purposes. Be engaged by eating first and having conversation second. Your mask must go back over your nose and mouth as soon as you are done eating. We will have a small adjustment to our lunch times starting Tuesday, February 2nd to accommodate for more students in the building. 6th graders, your lunch will now be from 10:56 to 11:26. Which means you'll be released from your specials at 10:54 instead of 10:56 so you can make it to lunch on time. 5th graders, your lunch will be a little bit earlier as well, from 11:31 to 12:01. 7th grade, your lunch is 2 minutes early, from 12:04 to 12:34. And 8th grade, your lunch is not changing, and it will remain 12:39 to 1:09.
Hey Wildcats, Mrs. Anderson here to discuss procedures and routines for the cafeteria. When you enter the cafeteria, you will always enter on the right side where that enter only sign is. When you exit the cafeteria, you will always exit on the opposite side where that exit only sign is. Remember, you always sanitize your hands first before you take a seat.
Bar and Wildcat, sanitize your hands when you enter the cafeteria before you take a seat.
We will now be sitting 4 students per table to accommodate 4 more students in the cafeteria. Notice we are still leaving an open seat between each person, and those students not eating have their masks on. Your mask must be on your face unless you are eating. Remember to stay distant when you're standing in line by standing on your own sticker. So remember, Wildcats, we will now be sitting 4 students per table, making sure to leave 1 open seat between each person. Remember to put your mask on as soon as you finish eating, and as always, we social distance. You should be keeping your distance while you're in line for food.
To summarize, listen to your lunch supervisors. Phones can be out. Make sure they are not out when you go through the lunch line. Masks on as soon as you're finished eating. Please don't forget this. It's very important for all of us. We will be sitting 4 students per table, and you must sit in the same spot every day for contact tracing purposes.
Let's quickly review restroom expectations. We will still be taking scheduled restroom breaks during class. This means restrooms should not be used during passing period unless it's an absolute emergency. Make sure you're always washing your hands with soap and water and using sanitizer when you get back to your classroom.
Let's talk about hallway expectations. You need to be responsible by taking the most direct route to your destination. There should be no reason for tardies. Keep your phone off and away while in the halls. Be respectful by using an appropriate voice level and language, and acknowledging personal space and keeping your hands to yourself. Remember, social distance is very important. Be safe by walking and keeping to the right-hand side while in the halls and on the stairs, and be engaged by going where you need to go. Most importantly, keep as much distance as possible between yourself and others. At no point should you have your hands on each other, nor should you be standing as a group in the hallway. We will still be staggering our passing periods. Passing period will still only be 2 minutes long, so you should always be walking directly to class. Today we're going to discuss with you how to properly walk up and down the stairs. Notice how all of the groups are staying to the right-hand side as they walk up and down the stairwell. Notice they do not touch the railings. And notice how they are all in single file, saying hello to each other, wearing their masks, maintaining best possible social distance. Excellent job, Wildcats.
To summarize, when you're in the hallways and the stairs, always stay to the right. Keep as much distance as possible between yourself and others, even if it means it's not quite 6 feet. At no point should you have your hands on each other. At no point should you be standing as a group in the hallway. Here are some final reminders for all of us so we can continue to learn in person 100% of the time. Listen to your teachers. Keep as much distance between you and others as possible. This means keeping hands and feet to yourself. You should not be touching others. Always mask up. It must be over your nose and mouth 100% of the time.
Remember, food can only be eaten in the cafeteria, not outside at recess, not in the hallway, not in your classrooms, except if you are finishing your breakfast in your classroom. Finishing your breakfast shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. And remember, your phone should always be off and away, except while you're at lunch.